feels nice, feels great.
People were getting emotional.
A dream almost, you know.
Excitement, no doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Audi Revolut F1 team. This is how we go into the season. Please welcome to the stage, Nico Hulkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto.
Nico, pretty cool place for a launch, big deal for Audi as well. When you signed, you knew this was coming. How does it feel?
Feels nice to see it become reality, after the build-up and all the anticipation. Finally seeing the car, stickered up with all our partners to kick off, the official Revolut Audi F1 team. Feels nice, feels great, and I'm ready, to hit the track next week and see what it's all about.
You got a chance early doors this year to sample the car. You get a proper run in Barcelona and obviously in Bahrain. What are your kind of ambitions for that run? What do you as a driver really need from those sessions?
I think at the beginning it's all about learning. It's virtually a completely new car, almost every bolt. So, we just have to learn about it, see how it reacts to certain things, the way it wants to be driven. Obviously huge challenges and everything new on the power unit side as well. We got the SLM mode, all the energy management. So, there's so many new subjects to understand and to wrap your head around. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks ahead.
So what will constitute a good season for you overall, for you and the team?
I think just a good rate of progress. Obviously we want to be competitive. We want to, score points, and challenge the competition. What that looks like in numbers is difficult to say, right here today without properly having driven those cars and not knowing where anyone stands. But I think it's about the progress, growing still as a team. Obviously, from the Audi side, the power unit side, it's new, doing it for the very first time. And obviously that's a big job, a big challenge ahead. But I feel everyone in the team is very motivated and exciting for what's ahead.
So Gabby, great to see you on such a big day for you, for Audi and the team. When you signed for Sauber, you knew this day would come. So sum up the emotions as you're going to be one of two drivers to lead Audi into Formula One.
Yeah, that's amazing opportunity in my career. Obviously, when I entered F1, I knew about the project and I was very involved into it. But finally, to start it, and be part of this, to be here today, launching the car, and head to the track in 1 week time, it's gonna be incredible. And I'm very proud and of the whole team for everything they have done so far. Hard work to put all of this together that we're making. And the history we are also creating.
We had an earlier start than ever, I think, to a Formula One season. You got to test the new car for the first time just a few days after New Year. What was that like?
It was great. It was great to feel a little bit the new regulation car, the new engine, the power unit style that is going to be quite different from last year. But honestly, I'm looking forward to it, to test it properly, in a proper day with proper days, in Barcelona and then Bahrain. Test things, experience things, and then extract all of it.
And what's the mood kind of like in the team personally and around the factories in both Germany and Switzerland? Because it's here now, right? And you're almost ready to go.
The mood is great. I mean, everyone is so excited about it, and I feel like everyone has been working so hard that no one had time really to stop and realize everything that has been built and everything we are doing. But when we saw the car going out for the first time in the shakedown, and everyone, you could see a lot of tears in their eyes because people were getting emotional about the project and what to expect of it. So I was one of them, if I'm honest, and yeah, it's just great.
Did you manage to get a break over the winter?
A little bit, 1 week, 2 weeks, but I wanted to come back. After 5 days, I was a bit like, I need to come back, I need to be in the team, and yeah, but it was enough.
You got points 5 times last year. You really levelled up as the season went through. Now you've got a winter under your belt. How much more do you feel like ready, kind of like you belong in the sport after that 1 year in F1?
Yeah, it was an interesting year last year. Obviously, we know the limitations we had with the car, especially at the beginning of the year, and now how we evolved the car through the year, and the run I had from some races, scoring points, many Q3s. It was incredible, It felt incredible also because when you come to Formula One, you're in your rookie season, you never know what to expect. And if someone told me last year that I was going to go to Q3 many times and score that many times points after the season that Sauber had in 24, I really wouldn't probably believe it. And what the team has been able to achieve also with Nico, with the podium and everything, it was incredible. But now we are moving the page and looking forward to a new season and doing more than that.
And a new season built to sweep in new regulations, new cars, new power units. There's going to be a lot more for the driver to do this year. How are you feeling about that challenge?
Yeah, it's going to be more for sure, in the sense of we need to study a little bit more the new regulations and what to do on that. But at some point it's going to get automatic as much as it was last year's, So I believe it's just, at the beginning will be everything new for everyone. We don't know really how to manage this or that, but then everyone will get used to it at some point, and will be just another regulation change.
So just finally, what will constitute a good year? I know there's so many unknowns, but what will constitute a good year for you?
Look, I don't want to put a result on it because I had the same question last year and I said the exactly same thing. I just want to see progress. I want to see progress with the team. I want to see us developing through the year, improving the car, improving ourselves as drivers as well. And if we're able to do this, I'm sure the results will come as a consequence of this. So I'm happy with that.
Mattia, when you joined the team in 2024, you knew what was on the horizon. You knew that Audi were going to come in and make Sauber their works team. Now you're here. Now we're in this incredible venue and you're about to launch the team. Sum up the emotions.
It's excitement, no doubt. Finally, I would say, we turn into reality, and I'm fascinated, as I said, by the venue. I'm fascinated by what the team is doing so far. I think even being here, it's a clear statement, no? Audi is making it serious. We are here to compete and we are here to win a day. So, you will not do such a big event if you're not committed to the F1 and what you're intending to do in the future. And for me, that's the most important. I think it's fascinating today. It's to turn into reality the Audi into Audi F1 team, Audi Revolut F1 team. But more for me, it's really the start of our journey. Finally, it's the start to our journey towards our objective, which has to become successful one day. And through clear statements, and I think the statement of today is one of those.
Now, you're obviously well aware of the scale of the challenge ahead of you. So from where you are now and where you started, are you happy with the progress?
I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy the ways that the team is developing. I know it's still a very long way, as you said. We cannot compare ourselves today to the top teams. There are strong set of organizations with proper tools, proper infrastructure, but the energy in the team is really willing to become this successful, and I think that's what's counts the most, and still staying humble. I think we know how difficult it may be. We know how bumpy can be the 2026 season. We know that we may fail, we may have problems, but again, for me, the attitude will be important. No, it's learning from failures, no stones unturned, continued progress, learning, and I think again the perception of people around us that we are here to make it serious is important. So yes, I'm happy because, as I said, I can see the team developing. I can see as well, and that's very important, the full support and commitment of Audi as a company, the board itself, in love with the project, and that's, I think, the best that could happen to the team and to our project.
You obviously mentioned the great support the board had given you, and we've talked in the past about 2030 being when you want to fight for championships. What then does the first few races and this campaign look like for you in terms of tangible targets?
I think setting a target by 2030 was very important to us because managing external expectations, but managing as well internal expectations. Because when Audi is joining the project, the F1, and everyone may say, okay, it's Audi. It's for what they represent, for what they did in the past, for all what Audi has won in the other motorsports. You may expect Audi fighting for a championship by 2026, but we know that's no way, that's impossible. We do not have the infrastructures, the team, the tools, the organization yet ready for it. And so it was important, as I said, for external and internal expectations, but as well to set a clear objective. And once you've got a clear objectives, you can start measuring the gaps. You can start measuring what's required to get there, and then start developing really a plan somehow to develop the team such one day you are achieving your goal.
Jonathan, the wait is almost over. When you joined this team, you knew Audi was on the horizon. Now we're in this spectacular venue. You've launched the car for the season ahead. How are you feeling?
I mean, I think it's a manifestation of a dream almost, you know. We've been talking about the Audi Formula One project, the Audi Formula One project. Well, today it feels like the Audi Revolut Formula One team, you know. It's real, it's here, everyone's here. I hope you're enjoying yourself as well. It's an extraordinary feeling.
What are the kind of emotions, on all of the steps along the way, from when you saw the car fire up to when you took it for the filming day to when you first saw the livery with all the sponsors on it?
I mean, again, this all comes out of conversations, out of CAD drawings, you know, everything, nothing's real, everything's in the ether. All the conversations with our partners, you know, about joining us, will they join us, what are they looking for, what's the right partner for us moving forwards, and it's all coming together. And when you see it, when you see the car, when you see everyone's branding on the car, and this becomes a team, it's an extraordinary feeling, and honestly, I'm a little bit more emotional than I thought I'd be.
And I imagine you were pretty emotional when the car rolled out the garage in the shakedown. I think you were the first team really to get out there and show us a 2026 car. Like, how did that day go?
I mean, yeah, if you look at the build-up to that, to have launched the car that early in terms of running it on track, to pass those crash tests that you need to pass before you're allowed to run a car the first time. At the same time, if you remember that we were repairing and trying to get ourselves back up to speed after the accidents in Brazil, the work that went on in the factory, the planning, the absolute perfect execution of the team to do that, and then honestly to walk down into the race shop and see that powertrain being attached to this chassis to make the Audi Formula One car, it was a real extraordinary moment for me. And then to see it roll out to the garage and come back
Yeah, I bet.
was again, and I think there's something else I took from it. You know, I think these engines sound good.
Okay, that's what the fans are going to hear, I think. You've obviously been here and done it before. You know what it takes to win. Like, what does progress look like over these tests and then these early races this year for you guys at Audi?
Well, I think for us, you know, our goal is to be acting as a World Championship challenger before the car's capable of it, if you like, you know. So we need to get the team at the right level. We need to get the team operating at the highest level. So what success, what performance looks like for us this year, as well as on-track performances, really making sure that we step up at every single level. We keep building on that. We integrate our chassis and powertrain teams together to form one race team. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing the gestation of that and us building on the momentum that we started last year, you know. It's a great foundation for where we find ourselves